Hey everyone. So I wanted to make this video because I've been kind of banging my head against the wall, trying to figure out how to play around with this new Light Node SRM shit that just got found out. So ideally what I had wanted to do from the start was be able to look up the addresses to certain things in memory and convert them into a file name and do the SRM and just kind of see what it does, right? And it's kind of difficult to... It took me a while to figure out how to do all this, and I still only really have kind of a tentative grasp on what's going on here. But what I do know, like 95% sure, that part of what this SRM is capable of doing is it will take the first half of your file name and it writes the address of that, the memory address that first half is associated with, to the second half of the memory address. And then it takes the second half of the memory address, or the second half of the file name, excuse me, which corresponds to a memory address, and writes the data in that memory address to the first half of the file name. So it's the first and the second half of the file name correspond to addresses in memory, and they write and read each other. I'm pretty sure, please don't, I'm just a dumb button monkey. I don't know 100% that that's what's going on here, but I feel like that's pretty close. So obviously, having, I think that I've learned that much. So now my next step in my head was, okay, fine, how do I figure out how to see what my file name is? And, and I figured that out with, there's a website that you guys should probably be able to see in the bottom left hand of the screen. And basically what this website does is it takes memory addresses and converts them into characters that you can type in. I'm going to link this in the description to the video below. So that was an easy step. That was just me, I had to figure out where to go to do this. I'm still not sure where to be looking for memory addresses, but I'm kind of a boots on the ground, learn by doing kind of guy, so I figured, screw it, I don't really care if I can't find every memory address that I want to, or things like that. So more importantly than being able to look them up, I wanted to just be able to do something and to see what I'm doing. And so I got the website, right? So I looked up a random memory address here, 800 FA2D5, and that corresponds to a little POG character here, this one, and this one. The first four characters correspond to this memory address right here. And now, in order to see that in the game, this is for 1.2, by the way. What I did was I figured out that in memory, this address right here is associated with file name 1. It's 8011 ACA4. And on 1.2, if you want to set up these addresses, basically, there's two halves. This is the first half of the file name, and this is the second half of the file name. It's not aligned unless you select Word. But here you can see on the side of my screen on my addresses that 800FA2D5 is exactly what the first watch reads, and the second watch reads 11223344. And I did that by inputting the watches 8011 ACA6 and A8 by 32. And just to show you that this is kind of how it works, I'll delete this file name, and you'll see that now DF, 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 that corresponds to like no characters. So if I looked at the memory address again for this for filename 1, what you're going to see is all zeros. Or DF, excuse me. So that's just kind of a proof of concept. Now, what I do from here, right, is I will get to a save state that I have after doing the heap for 1.2. Actually, I think I already have it set. Do I? No, I reset because I crashed. I think this is it. Now my file name is, this is for the defeat Ganon file name, but because I know what the watches are for the file name, I can actually just slash the rock, go over to the Baba hallway, and then after I get the angle, I can change my file name. I'm doing backshot, don't judge me. I'm talking while I'm doing it, so I don't want to have to count. I can actually just change my file name when I get there after I drop the rock at the right angle. I know that this is kind of a long, boring video, but just, I don't know, I feel like if there's anybody out here that's like me, that's a fucking dork and wants to play around with this because it's new, this is kind of an okay way to do it, right? Shit, did I go too far? I did. I'm sorry, I'll just... Oh no. God damn it. I'm not editing this out, I don't care. In case anyone is curious, the angle setup is always going to be the same for, or rather the angle is always going to be the same for any Light Node SRM that uses the file name. BL? I think that's right. Yeah, it is. The ACAO is always going to be the angle for any file name version of this SRM. Now, if I use this file name, I believe it's referencing the index table, and the entered Deku becomes Ganon Collapse or something like that. I don't know, I'm probably saying that wrong. Anyway, if I wanted to change it before I went across, now's the time to do it, and I can see what just random memory addresses do. I don't know if this is typable or what, but we'll just change some values. Screw it. And we'll reference that's too high, right? I'll just start with 80. Now who knows what this is gonna do? It's probably just gonna crash, right? Yeah. But, I mean, proof of concept, right? So we know that those two memory addresses don't work together. But yeah, this is... Hold on, I'll just reset this so you can hear me better. This is kind of just an easy way to dick around with this. Can be pretty fun.